Mexico, the land of legends. The glorious Aztec civilization once looked up proudly at the sun, worshipping light as the supreme deity. Today, the descendants of the Aztec have built a new empire. Mexico is not just a country. It is an economic giant in Latin America. Cudijayhura Monterrey. These names are guarantees of prosperity. And Acapulco, the jewel by the Pacific Ocean. A place where people immerse themselves in sunlight and breathe the air of paradise. Here, life is a dream come true.
Look at this, Acapulco. Paradise, isn't it? The sunlight here is priceless. People pay thousands of dollars just to bathe in it. But not far from here, there are people willing to risk their lives just to see that sunlight.
But the brighter the light, the darker the shadow cast. Right next to billion-dollar dreams lies the raw reality of poverty and backwardness. The hidden corners where the light of civilization seems powerless. But the poverty in the city is still nothing compared to the secret deep within the Sierra Madre mountain range at an altitude of 1,400 meters. A lonely village, completely isolated from the human world. Welcome to Tiltepec, the home of the Sabater tribe. Here, the sun sets and never truly rises again in their eyes. Completely isolated from the outside world. No electricity, no tap water, no internet. The Sabot tribe lives as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. A time oasis forgotten by history.
Silence of the canyon. This is Brunrissus. The path ended here, at the solitary house.
Hello? Is anyone home? Hello. Please tell me the way to Tiltepec village.
Very willing. Please come forth with me.
Completely isolated from the outside world. No electricity, no tap water, no internet. The Sabot tribe lives as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. A time oasis forgotten by history. Agriculture relies on touch. They plant a lot, but harvest very little. They sow seeds with faith and reap with luck. The curse of Tiltepec, forgiving no creature. The animals born here, like their owners, share a common fate, eternal darkness.
The curse of Tiltepec, forgiving no creature. The animals born here, like their owners, share a common fate, eternal darkness.
Women of Sabot carry water, chop firewood, and cook in the thick darkness. Their lives are a series of survival skills honed to the point of instinct. The greatest tragedy is not that they are blind, but that they have seen before. Children born with bright, clear eyes. But just a few weeks later, darkness gradually engulfs that light. A death sentence for their vision has been predetermined from the moment they are born. When night falls, more than 60 households lock themselves in. The symbols on the doors are the only addresses in the darkness. They tightly close the doors, not to keep the darkness outside, but to protect the fragile life inside.
300 years. Think about that number. Before the United States was born, before the electric light was invented. This village had been shrouded in darkness. 3 centuries wandering within their own home.
In 1927, Dr. Bardo, a Mexican anthropologist, was the first outsider to accidentally step into this hell. He came to search for Indian cultural relics, but what he found was a living nightmare.
These documents hold a long-forgotten secret.
Bardo announced it to the whole world, and what did the world do? Nothing at all. Darkness remains darkness.
When science is powerless, people turn to mythology. The locals here believe they are being punished for eating Mojiao Ingcha. So hail the demon tree.
An easy explanation for a cruel fate. But I don't believe in demons. I believe in things that can be seen under a microscope.
Focus the lens on the cellular structure at position gamma.
Recording the observation, Doctor.
It wasn't until after World War II, when medicine developed new weapons, that the true hunt for the culprit truly began. Not plants, not curses.
The enemy is something smaller than your fingernail. Protozoa, carried by a deadly airline, the black flies. They don't need darkness to operate. They are active even in broad daylight, amidst these picturesque streams.
It doesn't prick you gently like a nurse. It's a butcher. It tears through flesh and skin, creating a small pool of blood. And while it drinks greedily, it leaves behind a gift. Protozoa, silent invaders. They turn the host's circulatory system into their own highway. They multiply, proliferate, and spread throughout the body. A large-scale invasion right beneath your skin. And here is the final destination. The eyes. When the larvae die, their corpses trigger a severe inflammatory response. The body attacks itself. The cornea becomes scarred. The lens becomes cloudy. And so, the curtains close. Forever.
We know the culprit. We know how it committed the crime. Science has examined down to the cellular level. So why? Why does this tragedy still happen right now while I am talking to you?
We are living in the 21st century. We send robots to Mars. We decode human genes. We can replace hearts, edit faces. But why? Why can a tiny fly and a simple larva still defeat our entire civilization here?
Perhaps the greatest distance is not from Earth to the moon, but from the skyscrapers in Mexico City to these thatched huts. A distance measured not in miles, but in forgetfulness.
They do not need our pity. They have survived 300 years in darkness through extraordinary resilience. What they need is justice. The justice of medicine. The justice of the right to see the sunlight. These eyes are still bright, but the clock is counting down. The question isn't what is the cause. We already know the cause. The question is, what will we do? Or will we continue to wait until darkness swallows the last person?